Hello there, good afternoon. How are you? It's time for agricultural science. It's still Tuesday, 12th of May, 2020. Last week we started talking about farm implements, the uses of farm implements. We talked about the use of cutlass for cutting grass and wood. We talked about the use of watering can for watering the plants so that the plants can grow. We talked about the wheelbarrow that we use for carrying harvested crops and for carrying the grass and wood that we cut. We talked about the rake for gathering the leaves or weeds. We talked about the spade that is used for digging the soil. We talked about the sickle. The sickle is used for cutting weed. We talked about hoe. The hoe is used for loosening the soil. We talked about the hand trowel. The hand trowel is also used for loosening the soil, but this time around the plant. The plant is growing and then you want to loosen the soil maybe so that water can penetrate better, or you want to put manure so that it can grow, the chemicals that will make it grow. And then we talked about shears. Shears are used to trim branches of trees and bushes. When you say trim something, that means you're cutting off the rough edges. So to trim the branches of trees and bushes. And then the axe is used for cutting big sized branches that are big. The axe is used for that. And that was for last week. Today we are still talking about farm implements. I know you can see the picture that is here. That's the picture of big farm implements. All the ones we talked about last week, we can use them on a small farm. But when we have a big farm and we want food to be ready for everybody, and we want food to be enough for everybody, we use the big farm. And on the big farm, you get tired using cutlass, you get tired using watering can, you get tired using shears. So there are some things we use. This is a tractor. These two pictures shows a tractor. The tractor by itself is what you're looking at up there, that red one. That's how a tractor looks. This green one is a tractor that already has something attached to it. What do you use a tractor for? You use a tractor to pull other machines on the farm. Can you see the tractor has its tire? It's the one that is used to pull most of the other farm implements. The tractor is used to pull most of the other farm implements. And here is a cultivator. Instead of using your hoe or your other small implements to be preparing the ground for planting, you use a cultivator. When you run a cultivator through, can you see how big the land is? And you pass the cultivator, see how many rows does it make at once? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This cultivator can make 12 rows that will plant something, and it will be going on and on and on and on. It will go for long and it won't get tired. And then we have the cultipacker. Before we make the bed, we have to clear it. Make sure all the hard, remember we said the hoe is used for loosening the soil, and we also use the shovel, the spade, to loosen the soil, to dig the soil. For a very big farm, we use a cultipacker. We'll break all those hard parts of the ground, we'll loosen it, and then it will press the soil down, and all the air inside the soil will come out. And then we have the plow. What we do with the plow is we use it to dig the soil and turn it upside down. We use it to turn the soil upside down because there are some nutrients inside the soil, and those nutrients will come up, and the seed that is planted will be able to use the nutrients. So the plow is used to turning over the surface of the soil so that the nutrients can come to the surface. And we have the harrow. The harrow is used to break those very, 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 very hard soil. The ones that the cultipacker could not break, it will break it. Those very big hard ones. Those big ones that, when you fall on the floor at times, on bare ground, it is hard. Yes, those very hard ones. The harrow will break it. Bring it up, break it. And it's after this breaks it that the cultipacker now breaks the small ones that did not break, the hard ones that are small that did not break when you used the harrow. And then we have the sprinkler. It is used to water the plants instead of using a watering can. This is used to water the plants. You can use it for gardens too. You can use it for big farms. And then we have the planter. Those 12 rows that we counted? You just pass the planter over it, and it's able to plant in all those rows at the same time. And it makes the work faster. So let's go over it. We have the tractor that pulls other machines. Can you see the other machines it's pulling? Can you see the tractor is pulling this cultivator here? Yes, the cultivator is that wide one that is making the rows. So the tractor is pulling it. The tractor is pulling the plow here. Can you see? The tractor is pulling the cultipacker and the plow. And if you look at the corner of this tractor, of this harrow, there is a tractor there. Can you see the tire of the tractor? That big tire. And this is the tractor again. So you use the tractor for so many other farm implements. A cultivator is used to prepare the rows of bed where you will plant the seed. Yes, it's called a bed, a seed bed, where you will put the seed. And then, remember we talked about the harrow breaking those big, hard soil. Now, can you see this one doesn't have those wide discs that the harrow has? This one is smaller, so it can break the smaller ones. The ones that will pass through the harrow will not pass through the cultipacker. And the plow turns over the soil so that the nutrients can come up, and see the harrow at work. breaking the hard ones. The water sprinkler to water the plants. And then we have a planter. That green one that has those yellow boxes on it, that's the planter. It helps you to plant your seeds. It helps you to plant your seeds. So go over this over and over. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.